Welcome to the Sunday morning simulcast with Rom Wills. Your life can always get better. Now, I always talk in these similar themes about, a choice, a single moment, and all of that. And always maintain that no matter what is going on in your life, no matter how bad it seems, it can get better. I want you to think about something. You're still breathing. Heck, if things are going bad, you still watching this. You haven't reached the bottom, or if you have reached the bottom, there's no place to go but up. I want y'all to think about that. No matter what's going on, no matter how bad it seems, it can always get better. You know what? I'm going to tell you what. There's some times when things have happened and it's not even major, but it could be just something small and things will work out. Things will work out. No matter what, if you can breathe, you can go forward. The sun always rises. No matter how cold it gets, at some point it's going to get warmer. As long as you can think, you can always solve the problem. If you have faith, if you use your talents, if you just keep going, it can get better. And I don't care what it is. It could be a breakup. Yeah, because a lot of people go through that. Breakup from somebody who you thought you would be with forever. You know what? First of all, if y'all broke up, apparently that wasn't the person for you forever. And no matter how bad it might have seemed, it can always get better. But you have to have the attitude like, look, I'm going to learn from this. I'm going to grow from this. If you can breathe, you can do it. If you got to take everything one step at a time, one day at a time, you can do it. I want y'all to think about that, okay? I want y'all to think about that. This is something that can really happen for you. I want you to understand that things can always get better. And look, I'm going to tell you what. Too many people, they go along and they hold on to it. They're going through a bad thing and they think, oh, this is just what it is. Oh, it's always bad. It's like, no. That's when you make a choice to say, hold up. I'm not going to suffer like this. I'm going to do what I have to do. Now, let's be real. Is it going to be an instantaneous change and everything just snap and get like that? I really wish it would. But, we don't live in some fantasy movie. We live in life. Because I'm going to tell you what, life is a classroom. Life is education. You're supposed to, when you have those bad moments and you're going through those bad times, one, you're supposed to figure out how to be better. You're supposed to figure out what you can do. Part of your mission is saying, you know what, let me get some help. Maybe you reach out to somebody. There were times when I would be going through something bad and you know what, sometimes there was somebody there to help. There was somebody there to help. There were also some times I'm thinking something is bad and some people had to let me know. They had to yank my collar. They had to give me some serious tough love and tell me about myself. But I always would thank them because things would get better because I would take in what they told me, whatever criticism, tough love they had to give me, and then I would move forward. And that's tough for me because, somebody telling you some stuff, but one of the things I learned was take it in. Even if you don't agree, just take it in. Just hold on to it and then see, okay, let me apply this. Oh, wait a minute. They had a point. They had a great point. Now, if they didn't have a point, that's another show, y'all. But I'm going to tell you what. And I've been through some stuff. I ain't going to lie. I've been through some stuff. That's how I know it can get better. And you look back and it was like, that wasn't a bad thing because it put me on this path. Because, see, that's another thing. Now, this ain't to get, of course, I know that everyone worships God differently, but something that's said, and I've heard this said in different spiritual paths, when God closes one door, God opens another door. I want y'all to think about that. I want y'all to really think about that. Things will get better. Sometimes you don't know. Sometimes it looks bad at that moment, but then when you look back at it, you're like, that was one of the best things, or that kept me out of trouble. There've been speaking personally, there's been plenty of times where I might have gone through a breakup or something didn't come through for me. Something happened and then I look back, I was like, I wouldn't be here if that didn't happen. And I've talked about looking for the silver lining in a dark cloud. There's always one. And, just apply that in life. Like you going through, yeah, you stumble, but then you getting up. There's nothing wrong. There's no shame in stumbling. There's no shame in falling down. Or if you're going to have shame, only staying down. At that point, you get up. You stand up and just say, nah, this is what we're going to do. This is how we're going to live. And, and then when you look back at it, if you have that attitude, it's not going to be like that. It's not going to be like that. You're going to look back and you're going to be like, wait a minute, things are just better. Things are just better, no matter how bad. It was like, oh, wait a minute. We're going in this direction now. I'm doing this now. It's like, yeah, yeah. And I'll speak on a real personal thing. I remember I looked at something and I was like, I appreciate my life. Things are going so well. Things are going so well. And, one of my missions in life is to help other people have that feeling, to appreciate what's going on, to know no matter how bad it gets, if you can breathe, you can rise to another level. Now, however you get there, whatever you have to do, whatever prayers you have to make, whatever skills you have to get, it can get better. So no matter what. And then, you know what? If you learn the lessons, you might not go to that low point again. If you can truly learn the lessons. So I want y'all to think about that. I don't care what's happening in society, what's happening in your personal life, what's happening in society. I don't care what naysayers would say, what people were saying. In fact, I saw something. It was a magazine. It was talking about the power of optimism. Have that optimism. Have that optimism that no matter what is happening at that moment, things could get better for you. I want y'all to think about that. I want y'all to really consider that, okay? I want y'all to always, always work to keep rising. And that's why I say that, just to keep rising. You want to go to that level. The sun will always come out. The sun will always come out. As long as you're breathing, you have a chance, all right? So that's all I have for this Sunday morning. I want everyone to, as always, to keep rising and transforming to become the best version of yourself, all right? Peace and many blessings, everyone.